Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds, and today I am hanging out with the Scarlet Sisterhood, and we're going to play some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So I guess I'll throw it to whoever's doing the recap.
That's me. All right. So the party was heading up to visit the Ulangai tribe. But on the way up the mountainside, Deneen cooked with the evil flower. Oh no. And as a result, maybe we were hallucinating, but pretty sure it was real. A demon showed up. And he took the flower and started getting ready to summon more of his friends. We had a big fight. He promised to come back in 100 years and terrorize whichever ones of us were still alive. Um, then we reached the Ulangai. They're orc warriors mounted on giant goats. And they have lots of kids. We met a couple different people, including the father of the lady, and we were bringing her letter. And they also had a shaman with a long gray beard. So Kenna read Lorna's letter. Deneen did charades along with it, and Kath added special effects with thaumaturgy. Wait, I missed something, didn't I? Oh no. Oh no, that was the previous session. Oh, okay. And then we had dinner and partied, and then around midnight there was a scream. And the camp was attacked by these huge figures. They were trolls, and their leader was 9 feet tall with 4 arms, needle teeth, and scraggly hair, and promptly eviscerated an orc. And he had a half dozen more trolls with him, and others attacking other parts of the camp. So we sprung into action and smited, arrowed, stabbed, and otherwise healed and cast, and were generally awesome. And finally, with unfortunately great loss of troll life, orc life, we defeated them.
Yes, that is basically what happened, and we left off with you guys. After resting the night, the shaman, along with Finnegar, had kind of came to where you guys were sleeping and awoken you early with solemn visages, and asked you to follow them, to follow, basically just to follow them.
But we did get a full long rest.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Fully long rested.
Whew.
So do you go with the orcs?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. Well, we already explained the kind of information we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think you did, but also it was like, wasn't it a moot point when you finally got there, because it was basically you were going to deliver.
Yeah.
Deliver
Originally, we were going to ask, like, you people are druids. Maybe you know something about elementals. That part seems to be a moot point. Then we asked about the hags.
We still need to know about elementals because we potentially have those bronze ladies starving to death in our column.
That's true.
The ultimate weight loss program over there at your bathhouse.
No.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves and your characters?
Oh, right.
The little things. They know who you are.
Hello, I'm Megan R. Miller. I'm playing Halfling Bard of Valor, Kenna Hollythorn. Also, I have books out, so you check those out.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Deneen. She's a wood elf rogue cleric.
And I'm Jean. I'm playing Kath. She is a tiefling paladin.
Awesome. And there are appropriate links, Pixel Scapes and Megan R. Miller, you can find in the description, so you can check out their stuff. It's awesome. And Jean is just an awesome player. So
that's awesome enough.
That is awesome enough. So you guys are kind of marched to this longhouse. It's kind of like in the center of the village. And you can see, you see smoke rising from the center of the longhouse. So there's a fire going inside. There's 2 orc warriors standing either side of the entrance to the tent, and they hold the flap open for you and gesture inward. The the chieftain, his son, and the shaman all enter before the three of you. Two of the orcs are enormous, as well as very muscular with bright yellow eyes. And of course, then there's the shaman, who is this old, bent over, long, gray bearded orc with a single blue eye, who kind of, is walking with a staff, leaning on it heavily. And as you enter, it's dimly lit in here, and it is kind of full of smoke. And there is a ton of orc warriors, both men and women, wearing basically nothing but a loincloth. And one of the things that hits you first is how hot it is in here.
Still nicer than the last longhouse we were in.
Yes. And you guys are kind of shown to spots near the fire and asked to sit down. And the chieftain begins to speak. You've been, in a short time, you've been great friends to the Olin guy. You fought and bled alongside us, even healing some of our warriors in battle. More would have fallen if not for your heroics and bravery. We would like to welcome you into the Olin guy tribe. Will you accept this?
Absolutely.
Oh, no. What does this entail?
We can't stay here.
What responsibilities are entailed with this very high honor?
You will become sisters of the Olin guy. You are free to come and go as you wish.
So it's an honor.
Any annual fees?
Yeah.
We wish to honor you, and it is the greatest honor we can give to an outsider is making them a part of us.
Sounds great to me.
And there will be goats.
Well then, yes. I mean, I would have accepted anyways, but with goats, who could say no?
Arun can have goat friends.
He's going to be jealous. I'm sure he's going to be jealous.
He
he definitely seems like the jealous type.
Yes.
Each of you are handed a block of multicolored wood, and it's actually like branches kind of like interwoven into a block. And like you can definitely see like there's like different kinds of herbs and plants embedded in these blocks.
Yeah, immediately turning it over, inspecting all angles of this thing, just very interested.
The orc warriors begin to chant around you, and then as does the chieftain, his son, and the shaman as well. And then when he points to each of you in turn, and then to the fire, and you instantly get the meaning. He wants you to throw the blocks of wood into the fire.
We like burning stuff.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy 3 times over to make it super special when I throw my block into the fire.
Well, I can't let just her do that. I'm gonna have to out thaumaturgy her thaumaturgy. I want to roll this off now.
Oh man!
I just put it in the fire like it's not a big deal.
What are we?
And you're the performer. Oh,
what are we?
Do you at least have prestidigitation?
I do have prestidigitation. I just don't want to disrespect their ritual.
The best way to respect the ritual is to make it more badass. Well, you're a charisma caster and I'm a wisdom caster, so let's use that. How about it?
So what, just a charisma roll?
Sure.
Both of you can make a perform check using your spell modifier.
If we're making perform checks, I can't pass on that. Somebody would provoke my bard card.
I got a 17.
I'm using my inspiration for this session.
And I use lucky to make her use a different roll. No.
God damn it,
I'm not that mean. I'm
yes,
not that.
You are too.
I'm not.
All your resources
not
get
lie.
this session get used on this.
I'm not going to use lucky to wreck what you're doing with their ritual. Even Deneen has standards.
Well, I get 25.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah! Did I beat Kenna?
You absolutely did. I only got
Nice.
Did you roll a 20?
No, but I have
ranks and perform.
A 7 spell modifier thing. So
Denny, not so much.
Oh, you used your attack. No, it would be
to use your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, which would just be your charisma score.
Oh, it's not my spell attack bonus.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh.
It's still really high though.
Yeah, it's still.
In which case, oh no, I only got 21. Kenna wins.
And what did Kenna get?
22.
20.
So only barely.
Well,
So-
at least I beat Deneen. That's what
So I just envision you guys are kind of like doing this toss off with your thermaturgy, and then
Oh yeah, little
and
sleight
then
of
Kenna's
hand.
like, hell
throw the
no.
fire, change the color of the fire, all that jazz.
So what does Kath do to the fire? There's a lot of billowing smoke too when you guys put these in.
Kath. Oh, okay. I need to do a sleight of hand check as well for mine to see if I can do that, whether or not you'll notice how bad.
Well, if we can do that too, this is a totally different equation.
all right. So Kath, in preparation for her, she tries to like sneakily wind up one of her music boxes to play kind of like an eerie tune. But you totally catch sight of her doing this, even though she's trying to be sneaky. So this eerie music plays, and then she has like the fire flicker lights in different colors. But then there's whispers, like ominous whispers of portent, like floating around the area while she does her thing.
And what does Kenna do?
Okay, so I'm gonna be kind of subtle about this, right? So when I press to digitate, I'm just gonna have like the shadows in the room get a little bit more shadowy. I'm gonna like kind of course there's got to be a flare of flame, because when you throw something into a fire that happens anyway, but it's gonna be like particularly crisp and just like it could have happened on its own.
Ooh.
Okay, so with that, like, there's a huge gush of smoke, and it's kind of got this like pungent smell to it, and a little bit on the greenish side. And you guys each kind of get like a face full of it.
Whew.
And then the chanting begins kind of like fading away in the background, and you feel a sensation like you're falling. And then the only thing that exists right now is the fire, the three of you, and Winnywam. And he's dancing around. He actually looks a lot more agile than he has in the past. Twirling his staff, and he changes a little bit each time you look at him. To now, he looks like a dancing goat.
Been there.
What was in that wood block?
Let me make a bonobo roll really fast. Oh no, I'm dancing with him. I'm gonna get up and dance like with the shaman.
Does she have the bunny tail back now?
No,
we
it
stick
might
with
be a
that?
goat tail. It
Goat
might be
tail?
some goat tail. And he intones, "Your vision quest has begun. Good luck."
Whoa.
Oh shit. I mean, oh no.
And then
I knew there was a catch. There's always a catch. Vision quest.
Having fun.
I could see just fine already. What's a vision quest?
So you kind of like you hear him intone as he's kind of like fading away, Cheshire Cat style.
He's a Cheshire goat.
Yeah, he's the Cheshire goat.
Duh.
And he's like, "The Olingai embody the spirit of the goats, are powerful, agile, stubborn, and majestic, hardy. You will need all these traits to find your way to the other side." And with that, he kind of just falls back and away out of sight.
Well,
This is gonna be awesome.
Deneen looks around.
I knew these guys were as cool as the MB way.
And you find yourself on the top of a plateau with a fire burning in the center of it. And The couple of you I know have outrageous passive perception. So you hear scrabbling in the darkness to either side.
A 20/20 passive perception. Scrabbling. That's I'm sure it's nothing dangerous on all the way around the plateau or just on one particular side?
On either side. So like, maybe north and south or east and west. It's hard to tell at this point. The fire is billowing up and then you hear the roar of a beast from either side. And it sounds very deep and echoey. And then you hear the pounding of, it sounds like someone banging really large stones together.
So he did say we'd need all these different skills to make it to the other side, which sort of implies we might not make it, right? Isn't that the implication?
Yeah, but I've had worse trips than this.
Huh.
I've been dead before, and this
What?
isn't as bad as that. So yeah, I can hang. I'm good.
Like,
we're good.
Dead?
Yeah, like dead.
And
So-
I've been almost dead, but that's not quite the same thing.
Well, don't make a habit of it. That's not going to happen today.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, it was just the one time, but
That's
to
one
me.
time. That's usually one time too many, Kath. You don't know. You need a different hobby.
well,
I
I
wanna
gotta
see
tell
what's
you, Kat.
coming up over the
I
sides.
Gotta tell you, Deneen, you benefit from this hobby.
Well, of you dying?
No, of me doing stupid stuff that gets me killed.
Oh, well, I mean, it's entertaining. But you haven't been killed with us. We're good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Sure.
way, there's horrible sounds on either side of the plateau. I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look.
Oh, okay.
Like, I am already scrambling over to get an idea of what's going on while you guys are talking.
So rising from the ground is a 9-foot tall gorilla that looks to be made completely of stone and rocks, almost like rocks were piled together to make it, except for it has spiraling ram horns on either side of its skull.
Hello.
And, it begins beating its chest.
I beat mine back.
And
Hi, we're orcs now.
and they charge from either
Tribe,
side.
oh, darn it.
You just gotta go with it, man. If you try to resist, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, we're gonna have to fight it, aren't we?
Yeah, drawing last breath. Yes, go with it. Go with the vision.
You said we're on a plateau, right?
Yes, you are.
That means there's a ledge, right?
There is a ledge.
You're gonna fall right off that cliff and Wile E. Coyote into the dust below, Kath.
Shoosh.
We have tales of the great gnomish inventor Wile E. Coyote.
Oh, I'm supposed to be rolling initiative. All right.
Oh.
Ooh. Wow, you guys are killing the initiative.
Yes. Apparently didn't. Glorious.
Kath is in the house.
So Deneen, the whole time Deneen was lecturing Kath about not dying, Deneen was getting ready. But distracting Kath. I'm
Kath
so
is
sorry.
still looking around. What?
Noises. Well, 25. Deneen is up first.
I'm gonna bless us all. Dear boss, this probably isn't real, but we need to be potentially as badass as possible, so please help us do that. Thanks, Deneen. We are blessed,
Leave and bless us, everyone.
pretty much.
Okay, so then that brings us to Kenna.
Oh, and I'll move whatever's kitty corner to these two creatures, like that edge of the plateau.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, who wants the bardic inspiration? Like, who needs it more right now?
You two usually get beat on, so
Kath.
Kath is
Kath's
pretty
up next.
sturdy, though.
Like, take the bardic inspiration anyway, and Deneen can have the next one. And I'm gonna attack this thing. Let's go. 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's 7 damage, and then my second attack, 21 to hit
Nice.
for 8 damage.
Okay.
Like tapping out a war rhythm against my drum with the dagger. Sword. It's a sword right now.
Ugh, bad DM. Did not grab a writing utensil. I think I've actually lost my writing utensils somehow. Or either that or I put them all in my book bag. Yep, all in the book bag. Of course. All right. So since the one is right in front of Kenna, it is going to show her some love. And, well, that one is definitely getting the hit. So it just balls up 2 large fists, slamming them in your direction. All right, so the 14 is going to miss you, but the 24 is probably going to hit. For 20 points of damage. Yes,
That's
that was
that's on
pretty
me.
square.
yes, it hits hard.
Whew.
And then seeing Kath standing there, pondering the universe, the other one moves to engage. Are you kidding me? So,
Wait. Was that first attack not against me?
yeah, the first attacks were not against you. They were against Megan, Kenna.
Oh, oops.
The second set actually just bounce off your armor, or you easily move out of the way.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee.
That's basically what happened. So then Kath is up, and these are definitely looking like they're made of all stone.
Oh, that's my favorite. Okay. I am going to maneuver myself so that one of these creatures is between me and the ledge, and I am going to attack.
Yeah. Well, you already were that way, so you don't really have to move at all.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
A 14. I do not think that hits. No, that does not.
Okay, right. Second attack. I'll try again. 24 has got to hit.
24 does hit.
Okay. Then he does the extra acid damage because Pigpen is awesome against stone.
Yay!
So that is 26 damage. And
Okay.
I, as a bonus action, am going to do thunderous. Oh, wait a second. Deneen, you blessed us.
Sure did.
Yep.
Plus 1d4.
Gemini Christmas. You'd think I'd remember that by now.
And you have inspiration. Bardic.
Right, but given that I've already spent my other thing, I'm saving that. So would a 17 have hit?
17 does hit.
Okay. All right. So,
Thanks, boss.
yeah, so sweet. All right. 10. Oh, very nice. Okay. And then on the first one for my bonus action, I'm going to do Thunderous Smite.
Okay. Now, technically, you have to call those before. I'm not going to break your balls about it, but technically, when you cast a spell, you have to cast the spell first. Now, you can concentrate on them for a while, so it doesn't matter. But it's fine. Just to let you know.
Okay,
bonus action.
because it's a weapon. But I'm sorry, I read it wrong because it says the first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration. But of course, you've got to cast it first. So scratch it for this round. I'll do better.
No, you can cast it. I just
Okay.
letting you know for future reference. That's all.
Okay. So he has to make a strength saving throw, and his DC is 15.
All right. Oh, is that? Are you also doing extra thunder damage?
Yes.
I need that damage separate when you do it.
Okay.
But a strength saving throw. Okay. Let's see. And that is a 22.
Right. So he makes it. Now, do I keep doing this?
No, it's the first time you hit.
Okay. All right. So.
And you can always smite on top of that if you wanted to.
Oh. All right. So
first things first, give me the thunder damage.
All right. The thunder damage is 8.
Okay, so it seems to have a greater effect on him than you would have thought.
47, 50, 55 damage for the 2 attacks. And then I'll drop a level 2 smite on him for the second attack.
Okay.
And he takes another 19.
A lot of numbers there.
Very nice.
You just like rip out like his midsection. Did you get the extra? I think you got the extra acid damage, right?
Yeah.
So I take it his midsection just kind of like blasts out from him, and he like drops down. He's like 2 feet shorter now. He's still up and going, but
so that's a total of 82 points of damage. Kath is in this to win it,
like a locomotive.
Yeah.
Not that I would have any idea what that is, of course.
So he looks a little woozy on his feet now.
Okay.
And that brings us to the top of the order.
Did Kenna go? Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah, she stabbed it.
Okay. So Janine is going to do what she always does, which is shoot the thing. Let's do that. Let's see how that goes. Ooh.
Which one are you shooting?
The injured one.
They're both injured.
The more injured looking one.
The really injured one. All right, the one that just had part of its body blasted out of it.
Yeah, let's see if we can finish that off. It's 18 to hit.
18. Yep, that hits.
For 33 piercing.
Ooh.
And then so you said the fire is in the middle of this plateau. Are the edges of this plateau, would you call them dim, Dave?
Yeah, I would actually.
Okay. Well then Janine uses Mask of the Wild and hides in the dimness.
Okay. Yeah, so you just
there's nothing else to hide behind.
your arrow flies true, slams into it, takes another chunk out of this thing, and it looks like a pile of rocks ready to fall over.
Good, she says before hiding.
All right, Kenna Hollythorn.
Good. Let's get stabby. 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Woo! My d20 is on fire today.
It's hot.
It's 6 damage and 19 to hit.
Hits.
Yes. For 6 more damage.
Janine has to teach her how to rogue, though.
Yeah. She's doing great, though, but a little more can never hurt.
All right. Okay, so these guys are up, and they are just mindless brutes plowing away.
I forgot. I did plan on giving Janine the Bardic Inspiration this round, though.
That's fine.
Okay.
So, Kenna, you take another fist to the face. For 14 points. And the one kind of lunges at Kath. He looks like he's attacking, half falling over. And a 15 is going to miss, right?
Correct.
And a 19?
That'll hit.
All right. Slams into you for 18 points of damage.
Oof.
Right in the midsection. Wow. And he is barely standing. So Kath is up.
Oh, DM, my DM. Is
Yes.
the one that attacked Kenna happen to be standing next to me?
It is not. It is
Okay.
probably like 15 feet between you guys.
All right. Then I'm going to take a swing at this one that's looking pretty shaky that's attacking me. Does a 15 hit?
No. Did you roll your...
I'm going to use my bardic thing. What's the die level for this?
10.
Ooh. An 18 will hit, yeah?
Yes, it will.
All right.
Oh, you don't even have to roll damage.
Okay.
That you just turn it into a pile of rubble.
That's right.
And you
then...
can see some shiny bits fall.
Oh, shiny bits or save friends. Shiny bits or save friends. I'll go for save friends. And I will stride on up to the other one and swing away at him with my second attack. 17?
Yep.
All right. He takes a 16, 27 points of damage.
Okay.
Is he still up?
He is still up.
All right. I'm going to level a kaboom on this guy. My smite does another 30 points of damage.
Ouch.
Egads.
And that is my turn, sir.
All right, so we're back to the top. Deneen is up.
So this clearly calls for more shooting from the dimness on the edge of this plateau. She is studiously not looking over the edge of the plateau because this is a vision quest and who knows what would be down there. So 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Oh, actually, it would be more with the bless. But yes, excellent. For 26 piercing damage. So even though, as usual, it looks like Deneen has completely abandoned the party, there's still an arrow comes, whizzing out of the darkness to hit.
All right, it is still up. It is looking very beat up at this point, though. There's cracks all through it.
That'll have to be future people's problem, and Deneen hides again in a different spot to try and be subtle.
All right, Kenna, you're up.
Has anybody else taken damage?
Nope.
Yes, but not much.
Kath has, but it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna fall back and heal myself because I need to. So, like, probably
over here, Kenna. It's
level
extra
3.
dark in this direction.
So
Yes.
You will draw an attack of opportunity if you move out of range.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that and just cast the spell at slightly higher level. It's a calculated risk.
Okay. One that pays off. Fist slams into the ground next to you.
Okay, awesome. So I'm still gonna cast it at a slightly higher level because I want to cast it at level 4 now. So does anybody want inspiration? We might want to save it in case we have to fight something else tonight.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I am going to take this opportunity to use my sentinel feet and attack him, though, since he took a swing at our halfling. That hits. For 14 points. Is he still up?
14 points. He is still up.
I'm going to smite him. For an additional 14 points.
That does it. He only had 2 left.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Any more shiny things fall, you're fairly certain.
Ooh.
Shiny things.
I would like to investigate these shiny things that are scattering about.
So
They do sound appealing.
there's a star sapphire, a piece of tiger eye, piece of amber, piece of jade, some bloodstone, black opal, black pearl, and topaz. and a piece of onyx. So somewhere is hidden, within their structure. These gems kind of just come cascading out.
What was the second one after Star Sapphire?
Tiger Eye.
Tiger Eye, yeah.
Oh, I did think of that. Okay. Nice.
Ooh.
Shiny.
And as you guys are kind of gathering up those, as you kind of like pick up the last stone, you find yourselves in that falling sensation once again.
I love this part.
So while we're falling, Deneen starts wondering, what must it be like to be like these weird boulder creatures that only exist inside of a vision quest? Like, is that an enjoyable existence? I really wonder. As we're falling.
These are some of the things we may never know the answer to. And then all of a sudden you guys find yourselves, sitting in a room that's 20 by 20. In the center of it is a large stone dais with statues of 5 goats, kind of like 5 goats of granite kind of piled up on top of each other. And around the room, there are 4 large braziers, each in the corners. You see no ways in or out of the room. And like I said, it is the room is like 40 foot by 40 foot. So 20 foot from the center of the dais.
This is going to sound really dumb, but my first impulse is to climb on top of the goats.
Well, as you approach, you realize just sitting there, on the steps on the dais are gemstones. There's 5 sets of gemstones.
And there's 5 goats.
And there is, and as you get closer, you realize the eye sockets are empty. And they all look the same except for their horns. Their horns are different than the other goats.
Guys, I think it's a puzzle.
There's 5 of them, and there's 5 sets. Is this a math puzzle? Because that's not really my thing.
And you said
unless it's money.
There's no obvious exit, and there's a whole bunch of orc guards here.
What?
No.
There are?
No orc guards. There's braziers, 4 braziers.
Braziers.
I was terrified.
But there's no obvious exit?
Yeah, there's no obvious exit. But what you do here is bleeding of like goats.
Oh, bleating.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking like
I thought you said what you do here is bleeding. And
I was horrified.
No, bleeding.
Like, not cool.
Not cool, man.
This is a much deeper trip than I thought we were having.
The left
We're
side
still
of the room,
inside the game.
From the left side of the room, rising out of the braziers, are goats. 2 goats, 1 from each brazier, made of pure smoke.
Oh, that's cool.
And from the other side, it's almost like the burning coals and ember are pulling themselves up out of the braziers, and so there's two goats on that side, and they look like they're made of those burning embers, and now they're kind of like standing in the air and kind of pawing at the ground and looking angrily in your direction.
Well, there's 5 goats and 5 sets of gemmy eyes, right?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
And you said their horns are
so
unusual,
yeah. So
does the
here's the gems. I will give you the gems first. There's emerald, ruby. There's a white pearl, and there's a black opal, as well as blue sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
So they're chromatic dragons, is what you're telling me.
Oh, plot twist.
Dun dun dun. Polymorphed into goats.
Well, this looks like a job for fast hands.
Good. Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So, but what do the horns look like?
So the horns are they all look the same except for they have markings on them.
Okay.
So they all have kind of runes as well as symbols. And one of the symbols looks like a wave. Another one looks like a cloud.
Like a clown?
I like symbols.
Cloud.
Oh, cloud.
There's
maybe-
one. There's one that looks like a mountain.
Okay.
There's another that looks like that has a tree carved on it.
All right.
And the final one, it actually looks like the horn, part of the horn is kind of rotting.
I have played this card game. I've got this.
So do you think like the sapphire is the wave, the white
Yes.
pearl's the cloud,
Yep.
the
And
emerald's
is
the tree?
The mountain is the ruby, and the rotting horn is the black opal.
Okay.
I'll try to remember that and stick gems in there as quick as I can.
So so who's doing what now? Did you guys put your initiatives in there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Danine's gonna stay by the statues and alternate between shooting at fire goats and sticking gems in eye sockets,
Okay.
since she can do that on her bonus action.
So Deneen is first.
All right. These goats coming from the braziers, they look hostile.
Yeah, they look angry.
Okay.
They're angry.
Hope you don't mind, goats. And she'll shoot at one. It's 19 to hit
Oh yeah, absolutely hits.
for 37 piercing. Ooh.
Yeah, that just totally obliterates one.
And then she scoops up the sapphires.
Well,
And
is that
goes to put 'em in
using sneak attack?
no.
Okay.
Oh, right. She shouldn't get sneak attack here. So they're they're not like right up against. Oh, because it's a 40-40 room.
Yeah, yeah.
That should not be sneak attack then. That should be 12 damage.
And is that one of the ones made of the embers or the smoke?
Embers.
Okay. So so it blasts a piece of it away.
And then try sticking these sapphires in the wave goat.
Okay. So they fit right in. Easily.
Okay. I think it worked. I think you're right.
And then Ken is up.
Greater invisibility.
All right, Ken vanishes. And they actually get to go. So they can't. Let's see. All right. So two of them are going to charge Kath, and two of them are going to charge one of each kind. So I'll do Kath first. And they actually going to miss you. And I should probably retire these dice. They're going to miss. So they charge from either side to no effect, and they're kind of like dancing around you guys.
Can I say that Kath is just getting really into the spirit of this, and instead of dodging, she just ducks her head down and meets them horn to set of horns and just knocks them to the side and goes, "Her!"
I'm down with that for sure. Take some inspiration.
That's amazing.
Absolutely, take inspiration for that.
Nice.
And it is actually your turn now.
Well, having abandoned herself to this, are the ember goats huge like the dire goats?
No, these are little.
Okay. she's gonna try and scoop them up. She's gonna try and like grapple one of the ember goats and wrestle with it.
Okay.
Hoping that doing so will distract them while the other ones put the gems in the eyes.
Nothing else. It should confuse them.
Yeah.
They need kisses.
They do. They do need kisses.
They're
I
little
can tell.
goatlets. They're goatees.
So what kind of role is that? Is that
That's athletics.
athletics? Oh, I might actually have a decent chance. 19?
All right. So unless I roll something really high,
Hey,
yeah, you've got one.
All right.
You've
So
got your goat.
So after she headbutts it, it does that thing where goats go stiff and they fall over, and when you scare them, and
They're not fainting goats.
Cat immediately like dive tackles it and scrabbles with it, and then stands up with it under like one arm and like has her hand out like this, going towards the other goat. She's like, "Who's next? Who's next?"
So you absolutely do that. And that brings us to the top of the order again. And 4 more pour out of the braziers.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. Do I need to be attacking goats or braziers, folks? This isn't good.
You need to be gymming up these statues because I'm pretty sure when you finish, they're gonna vanish.
Okay, I'm not attacking anything then. Let's put 2 more sets of gems in.
Okay.
Leave the goats to me.
So I guess Deneen is frantically trying to remember this since she can't figure it out by herself. The pearl is the cloud.
Yes.
And maybe the emerald is the tree.
Yes, calling over my shoulder.
All right. So the emerald's the tree. Said the pearl is the cloud. Oh, you know what? So when you put the pearl into the cloud,
Yeah.
give me a dex save, DC 15.
Oh,
Snap.
dex saves are my speciality.
You're also a rogue.
But I am a rogue, but I'm caught flat-footed because my hands are full of gems, and I do not make that save. But thankfully, I am lucky. And then I get an 18,
Okay, so you take half of 14 of cold damage.
which means I take no damage because I evade it. All right, that went better than it could have. I think I got this wrong though.
Oh gosh.
The emerald worked and the pearl didn't.
You put the pearl in the
In the cloud.
cloud,
Yes,
and it didn't work.
I tried to cold me.
What else you got?
A ruby? No, a black opal? Let's see, what else is there?
So there's
We already did the sapphire and the emerald successfully. So that just leaves the pearl, the opal,
so actually,
and the ruby.
I wasn't actually paying attention when you put the sapphire in. So that technically would have been another dex save.
Oh,
But I'm only-
all I heard was that it worked. I can make another dex save. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So
So it happens every time, whether it seems to fit or not, is what you're telling me.
well, it didn't happen with the emerald. What'd you get on your dex save?
22.
You're perfectly fine. Lightning kind of sparks out
Well,
from the one that's a cloud.
okay. Well, shoot. Denny can't draw that conclusion. You guys have to draw the conclusion that I'm thinking
Try
at
the
you.
pearl with the wave.
no the pearl with the lightning. Wait, no, we just did that.
We just did that.
Never mind.
Pearls come from the ocean.
Good point.
Ah, that's why I keep you smart girls around. Okay. She will resolve to do that on her next turn.
All right, so Kenna is up. What is she doing?
Yeah, I suppose I'm going to attack something. How many of them are there now?
8.
Okay. Can I make an attack on one and then make my other attack on a different one and like try to run I'm invisible. That's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna straight up.
You could do that.
That's a nat 1, but I'm a halfling, so no, it's not. Oh my god, I literally just rolled a 2 after my nat 1. That was terrible.
Terrible, I tell you.
A 9 is probably not going to hit.
9 does not hit.
Actually, I'm invisible. Do I get advantage?
Yes,
Okay, does a 17 hit?
it does.
Cool.
What?
It's 11 damage.
Oh my God.
And attack number 2. Those were both 12s.
So you can actually use your sneak attack if you're attacking one that is near one of your. Oh, you can use sneak attack anyway. You have advantage.
The beauty of invisibility.
Yeah, you're invisible. Did you count your sneak attack?
Yes, I did.
Okay, perfect.
And it's 5 damage for the second attack. Because my d6 is not on fire tonight.
Well, don't worry. I'll be on fire as soon as I mess up this ruby placement.
Oh.
Maybe. All right, so how do we want to do this? So you guys are all kind of standing around the statue, and give me 4 dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
Each?
DC 11, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Wait.
15.
I always
17.
forget this, but I shouldn't. There's a thing with me being a paladin and saving.
Yeah, you get a bonus on.
There's
13.
Aura of protection. So you guys get +3 to all your saving throws.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that last one, though, because that was terrible.
Terrible, I tell you.
Horrible.
Good. I passed them all now.
All right, good. That makes my life a little bit easier.
Oh, the DC's 11?
Yes. So you take half damage, Kenna, so that's 13 total. And Kath, what'd you do for saves?
I made all 4.
So you take 13, it's fire damage. So you can half it again.
Nice.
So you take 6. And Deneen.
I made 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. All right. So the other 3, or the 3 aren't going to matter because you don't take anything. The last one, you will take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then
Youch.
that was the ones made of embers.
On these attacks that are happening around us, can I use my reaction to try and grapple a second one as my attack?
If you want to, yeah.
I have an idea.
Are you going to throw goats at goats?
Yeah, there's going to be bowling.
Nah.
So you can all give me 4 more saving throws, but the DC is 10 this time.
Whew.
For Dex again?
Yeah, Dex again.
Oh man, I don't think my luck can hold.
I don't think I can. It's not possible for me to fail this.
I got a 0 on that one.
Well, and that one does fail on saving throws. So.
Oh my.
Maybe in your game, mister.
Maybe what?
Maybe in your game.
Well, by the rules.
No, only attacks. Thank you.
No, saving throws too. They're the saves and attacks are the only.
I will not interrupt the game further, but I'm going to rules lawyer you later.
Okay, absolutely.
Anyway, I passed them all.
Okay. Kath, Oh, wait a minute. No, so you found one. You're blind.
I only passed one. I got a 0, a 1, a 1, and a 10.
So you're blind.
Oh.
And Kenna.
Oh gosh. I'm a halfling. Oh my god, I just natural one again.
Yeah. So you're blind. You don't
Yeah.
even know the other ones. You have cinder in your eyes.
How does this even happen?
More braying of angry goats respond. And then it is Kath's turn. Well, one, you're going to try and grapple one as a reaction. So
Yeah, and I did. I got him. I got the 17. I must.
All right. So, well, the way that works is I have to roll against you, but all right, you got 2 goats. What are you going to do with them?
I'm trying to decide if I should fix my blindness or just throw these goats willy-nilly. Or maybe since they're goats, it'd be billy-nilly. So you said we can hear them bleeding, right?
Yeah, you can hear them around you bleeding.
Kath has lots of hit points left. She's not feeling like she's beat up too bad. She's still having fun. She's just gonna chuck these goats towards where she hears the bleeding, and hopefully she can knock some of them down.
Okay, just make an attack with disadvantage, but you can absolutely do that.
What kind of attack?
Strength thrown.
Oh, nice.
These goats have the thrown property. Now they do anyway.
They're not versatile goats.
Maybe if you wield it with 2 hands.
So one of those throws is a 10.
A 10 is going to you're gonna end up throwing it against the wall.
Oh no.
So you're gonna do your strength damage plus a die 4.
I totally would have had a nat 20, but with the disadvantage it changes to 9.
Nice.
So
you can roll die 4s for damage.
So the first one takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second one takes 2 points of damage. And Kath just thinks like she's trying to be super cool.
Are you adding your strength to those?
Yeah, the first one was 6. The second one was 5.
Okay.
So since Kath is trying to be super cool, like Deneen feels kind of sorry for her. Says, "That was amazing, Kath."
Yeah. So she even though she can't see, she just goes, "Ha! Ha!" And she's like doing these really cool poses after she throws.
So on the plus side, beginning it's the top of the order again. And it's probably good that you guys can't see. 3 more emerge.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay.
Sorted.
Okay. So that was Pearl to Wave, right? Okay.
I'm glad you heard me, even though I was muted.
Pearl to Wave.
Yes, it goes in.
Okay. And what was the other one we were going to do? Let's see. The only ones that have worked so far is Emerald and Pearl.
Yeah,
so
you have
how about Black to the Rotting, you said?
Yeah.
Either that or Mountain.
I don't know. I'm going to try Black to Rotting.
Okay, nothing happens, so just slots in.
Great. And that is the entirety of my turn.
So we've got Sapphire.
And the Hawthorn is up.
We've just to make sure we've got Sapphire and Ruby left.
Yes.
And we have Mountain and what's the other thing we have left?
The Cloud is left, and the Mountain is left. You have the Ruby left, and you have the Sapphire left.
Okay, so maybe Sapphire's Cloud, and Mountain is Ruby.
I'm going to cast Blink, and I'm going to shout, "I super believe in you, Kath," and give her Bardic Inspiration. And I'm on the ethereal plane.
Nice. When the tough get going, they just get going. So All right, that brings that to them. And let's see. All right. So a bunch of goats charge both of you guys, essentially.
No, too many goats.
There is a lot of goats. Come on! I need some 20s. All right. 19, I think it's what about an 18? Kath?
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, so you got hit twice. And let's see. Oh, are you kidding me? And you're gonna get hit once, Deneen.
Really?
Yeah. Sadly, they come slamming in with their tiny little horns.
Bastards.
Let's see. Tiny but fierce for 4 points of damage to Deneen. And let's see.
I can handle 4 as long as I don't think it'll blind me.
It is not blinding. So 2 points of headbutt damage and then 4 points of fire damage to Kath.
Okay.
So you can half the fire damage. So with that, Kath is up.
Do I have a sense of did I get knocked prone at any time during
No.
like the deck saves or anything?
Nope.
Do I have like a sense of direction? Do I remember where my friends and the goats what they're trying to do is and where the rest of the room is?
Well, Deneen's hollering about her results from what she's going to do and what she has done. So you hear
So
that
you
at
can
least.
get a sense where Deneen is. And you know the spot where Kenna shouted, "I believe in you."
So Kath is just going to go, "Fear me!" And she's going to cast Thaumaturgy to make the ground shake and hope that gives them disadvantage in their little rampant attacks as they're running around headbutting things.
Okay, make an intimidate check.
Ooh. Intimidation.
Ooh. You
Oh Lord.
That would be my third one of the evening.
Man,
for
we are
a
just
total of 4.
nice.
So Deneen sees all the goats' heads like kind of perk up when she does this. And they seem supremely interested in Kath. Like maybe they're noticing they've got horns. She's got horns. Who knows? Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I think you got their attention.
Yes, my plot worked.
And 3 more goats emerge.
It's getting kind of crowded in here.
It is getting very crowded in here. The bleeding of goats is everywhere. And that's you're up, Deneen.
Okay, I've left Cloud, Mountain, Ruby, and Sapphire. What do I do? I gotta. If I don't hear any shouted demands, I'm gonna just pick randomly here.
Cloud of Sapphire! Cloud of Sapphire!
Okay, I'm gonna stick the Sapphire in the Cloud.
Yep, it sucks right in.
Okay, I think that worked. And then she'll slam the Ruby back into the mountain.
Okay, so like a wind begins to kind of like kick up, and the walls fall away from this place, and you find yourself on a wide open plain. And then like that wind like kind of swirls around and sucks up all the goats and kind of like blows them away. And
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
And when the walls fall, they kind of like fall, but then they like fall into the ground. And you find yourself like on a bleak plain. with pretty much nothing around you, but you see off in the distance, you see one lone mountain.
Am I still blinded?
You are still blinded, and what did you say, Megan?
I said who needs healed.
And then after a little bit, you're able to get this soot out of your eyes, and you can see.
Okay. Kath is a little roughed up, but she's not too bad.
This place has been murder so far, so let's just do a level 3 cure wounds. It's 3d8 plus.
Actually, you know what? Instead of you using a spell slot, let me use my lay on hands.
Okay.
Because I've got plenty of points there, and
that is fair.
Is anyone else beat up? I mean, I can dole it out here.
I'm down 11. It's not too bad.
Make it rain healing.
I'm fine. I've taken under 20 damage. Well, I've taken more damage than that, but I healed most of it earlier, so.
All I know is I'm pleased that Deneen was in a situation with 1 million saves, and she didn't blow all her saves and didn't get blinded this time. That's the whole reason I took lucky.
Nice. So what are you guys doing now?
Healing of some type.
Guys, take 10 points each.
Ooh. Thank you, Kath.
You're welcome.
Give my regards to your boss.
I think this
she
is
gives you
so far.
She gives you a copper coin.
Ooh, I like those. She tucks it up into her bandana.
Do you think Arun would want to come play with us?
Can Arun even come here?
I don't know. Was that cheating?
I don't know either. And if I brought him here, would he come? Well,
yeah, don't risk it then. Never mind.
Here's the thing. He gets cranky if when I summon him, he doesn't immediately get all of his beads put back on.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
I mean, if it's a dire situation, I mean, he'll harumph about it and tell me about it later. But with something like this, it could be, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to have to listen to him.
While we hike toward this mountain, tell us more about this whole dying thing that you have. What is this about you having died previously?
And up until now, neglected to mention.
I thought I mentioned that part before.
Maybe I missed it.
No, but so
I'm just very curious. It's not like it's a problem. It's just not something you hear every day.
So, okay. So like my wife has a ship and we do some piracy, but we also do some legitimate things, right? And we were ferrying this group of adventurers on some weird thing that they were on. And because of their enemies, the ship got attacked and my wife and I got killed, but we got brought back by the paladin and the druid in their party. And so that's how I became a paladin, because the paladin resurrected my wife and is just kind of like, the beggar king was pretty cool to do that. That's how I became a paladin. So now I split my time.
Sounds inspirational.
As kind of like, like a thank you type thing.
So it's like part-time paladin, part-time oceanic reallocation.
Yes. We're business people.
I understand. Well, that's really cool. That's a great reason to have a boss.
It's definitely as good a reason as any.
At least I didn't have to die all the way to get mine.
All the way.
Desperate times, desperate deals.
But the
It's all
deal
good.
could be far more desperate. So the deal could always be far more desperate.
Yeah, right. Like
so
he's pretty cool. He's pretty easygoing, I think, compared to how that could have gone.
Absolutely. So you guys travel, and it's just like it's just like grayness, like a white grayness all around you, and you feel the ground beneath you, but even that almost is only slightly a different color than the air around you. It probably reminds Kenna of the Ethereal when she blinks.
I'm gonna get my lute out and start playing depressing music as we're walking. I'm inspired.
Kind of gives anti-inspiration to the party.
Oh,
And it seems like
Sounds an awful lot like My Chemical Romance.
Seems like you guys are traveling for hours, almost stretching into days, and without it ever really getting closer.
Ken, I think your music is making this take longer.
Until all of a sudden, it's just in front of you. The mountain is in front of you. And there seems to be a giant goat carved into the side of the mountain, like butting out of it. And, where the backside of the goat is, there's like this arch of runes emblazoned around it. And then, as you come up, you see like one sleepy eye of the goat open and then another. And it begins to get up and shake itself out.
So
Hi.
Deneen is looking up at the giant goat and says, I'm sensing a theme here. Goats.
Angry goats.
How tall is
Does
this
it look
thing?
angry again?
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna try to talk to it anyway. I have to.
About 20 feet tall.
I acknowledge it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it.
It literally looks the size of a building.
Do you have a speak with goats spell, Kenna?
I don't.
Who does?
No.
And, as you're talking to it, trying to comment, snorts and you can see its breath. And then all of a sudden, just a huge gout of this greenish, noxious looking smoke engulfs all of you.
Yep.
Constitution saving throws.
Yep.
Damn it.
That's about right.
And don't
My
forget,
mouth was open and everything.
don't forget to add 3. Ooh, I should be
I
good.
am going to use my inspiration on this because otherwise it's far too pathetic.
16.
Okay.
17?
16, 17,
20.
20. Okay, you guys are good. Behind you, or behind this thing, from between its legs, you can see that that arch of runes. There's actually like a doorway there. You just see inky blackness on the other side.
So are we gonna have to walk into a goat butt?
And that
No, it's where the goat was standing.
Yeah, it was standing.
Okay.
That would be really weird. That's a totally
You
different
did
kind.
mention runes around its butt, though, which is why we were concerned.
Yes, because it was laying down in the arch. That's a completely different game. No,
It's a different kind of goat.
That's
Yeah.
Nerdarchy After Dark.
yeah. That happens Monday nights. So you feel your body's kind of like tensing and getting rigid when that smoke comes over you, the gas comes over you, and you're able to shake it off. And you even feel like you've kind of like almost like if you've ever been in mud and it's dried on you, you feel that kind of like flaking off.
Ugh. That's not a good feeling.
It's not a good feeling. With that, we can go into initiative.
Woo. Anybody want to bet me $5 I get another one?
It's your superpower.
I bet you'll beat me.
I'll put down a couple silver on that.
Man, why does this thing keep wanting to switch? I deny you.
See? There you go.
Great.
Roll 20s taking pity on me.
So, Kath, you're up first.
Kath goes into the hole and she runs into the inky darkness.
Okay. So it tries to slam its head into the ground where you are.
Can I grab Kenna and carry her with me, assuming she's willing?
I'm willing.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand out as I'm running past.
She's been grappling a lot of things in that football carry today.
She has been. All right.
Just
So
like me.
Kenna gets whapped in the face with her tail as they go. Sorry.
That's okay.
so it slams its head down like next to where you were standing.
Okay.
As you go.
Ah!
as you draw an attack of opportunity, and you're able to run by it into the darkness.
Nice.
Ooh, so Deneen, you see those guys kind of run through and disappear.
Okay.
And then you see the creature once again inhale deeply and let loose with another gout in your direction.
No.
Of this gas.
Another con save.
Another con save.
I'm lucky. I'm super lucky.
Does that mean you rolled a 1?
I sure did. 15.
15 does it.
Oh, okay. All right. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to use the withdraw action and run past the goat.
Okay, so you're going to dash past.
Yep.
So you do that. It wouldn't have had any reactions left anyway.
Just in case. I don't put anything past this thing. Except me, if you see what I'm saying.
And then, you two, go into the darkness.
I'm going to baseball slide into the dark.
As each of you enters the darkness, you open your eyes and you're sitting back in the hall, in the long hall, and they're chanting and dancing. And as each of you open your eyes, Wimiwam is there, and he's putting a mark on your forehead with some liquid. And as you do, you feel kind of invigorated and empowered. So each of you can take a +2 to your key stat. You have more than one, because maybe you're multi-classed or something. You can choose.
Like forever?
Yes.
Oh.
Like.
Does it go above 20?
It can go above 20.
Oh my goodness.
I don't mind if I do.
Do I add this to 1 or do I split it between 2? What do I do?
Yeah, you have to add it to 1.
Okay.
You shouldn't have any odd stats anyway, Kath.
Who does that?
Hey, when you're rolling your characters, sometimes you end up with odd numbers.
You've been blessed. You've been blessed by the spirit of the Olin guy. And you are amongst us now, and you are one of the tribe.
I feel as fast as a goat.
I honestly feel like I probably could have talked a dragon out of its hoard right now. So
this is amazing.
Yeah, and the runes, you guys are, when you look at them, you can kind of like, you're able to understand them whether you have the language or not. But when you look at the one on Kath, you put in charisma.
I put it in strength.
So it's the rune for powerful. Deneen's is agile, and charisma for Kenna.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Majestic or majesty.
This is so cool. Kath is definitely glad that she agreed to this.
And then you're kind of led outside.
Indeed.
And you're led to 3 goats. Each one is clearly meant for one of you. So if you like, you can each tell me what your goat looks like.
Kath's goat is copper colored, just like Arun.
So yeah, so your goat is brown and shaggy, but it's so brown it almost has like a copper hue to it, especially when the sunlight hits it.
That's not going to cause issues at all.
Kenna?
It's like calico dappled, right? Like it's got some dark reddish and it's got some light brown and it's got some white patches and it's like shaggy. They're all shaggy, but you know what I mean.
Extra shaggy.
Extra floofy.
I like it. So Deneen's goat is like brown with like a long beard, and it has like extra long horns that curl back over his head.
So they each come up to you and begin nuzzling you, and you instantly feel a connection to them.
Oh.
So what do you guys want to do now?
Pet the goat.
Name the goat. I'm going to name my goat Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Cause arrows. Fletching, you know.
Wah, wah, wah.
I think it's cute. Fletcher's a great name.
It's totes adorbs.
Yeah. And I scratch him behind his ears.
Which, of course, he greatly likes. So you actually can ride these things if you desire to. They're very much big enough for that. Actually, it's like, Kenna has extra goat.
I'm trying to rebond with Monty, so I probably ride on the goat, and I'm gonna hold off on the whole naming thing until I get back to where Hannah is, because I'm letting Hannah name the goat.
Your goat, since it's like a big goat, your goat's big enough. You could probably like build a little house on top of the goat for where your Vardo won't roll. Oh, wait, we could like retrofit the Vardo so it can be on wheels or on a goat.
Oh my god.
And the goat might be a better long-term mount than Monty, because it'll be able to scrabble up rocky slopes and stuff like that better.
Yes, but my niece made a request, and I am in the running for best aunt, and I know you understand that, at least on an out of character level.
I gotcha.
I think she requested a baby goat, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
thought too.
Oh, well, in that case, that's different.
Well, can you request a baby goat? A baby dire goat?
I will carefully broach this topic.
Hey, depending on the genders of our goats, there might be opportunities for future baby dire goats.
Oh,
It could be like a thing that the
New-
half ones
new
raise.
business opportunity. Goats. Danine's dire goats. How about it?
Why do you have to cheapen this experience and make it about money? You're so materialistic, Janine. I don't get you at all.
Don't you have pockets of gems from earlier in our vision quest? Oh, are they still here?
They are still there.
Ooh. I didn't get to keep any of the gems from the one I did. With your help. Lots of your help.
The gems were scattered amongst the two, so I just assumed you guys pilfered them all.
Can I just assume that my goat's a Jenny? Like, is that okay? Is that like part of the descriptive freedom that we have in this?
What was the question?
Can I just assume that my goat is a Jenny because Deneen said that hers was male? So,
yes.
Cool.
And if you broach the subject, you can trade something.
Awesome.
And they will allow you. They'll basically sell you a baby goat.
Oh, good. What sorts of things do they want?
Well, didn't we bring combs and things like that? Like, we specifically brought stuff that we thought that they would want.
Cool. So
yeah, so that offering will get you a goat. In addition to now being part of the tribe. So
bonus goat. You got a goat with like a goat on the side.
Goat side.
A side order of goat.
It's like in the chat when they were saying goatception.
So you guys kind of like, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. They'll feed you guys and celebrate a little bit, but they go about their day of goat herding.
Cool.
I'm gonna method act this. As long as we're here, I'm gonna like embrace being part of the tribe and do orc things with orcs.
So you can herd goats, or you can go out hunting.
Both of these things at one point or another.
I wanna see if this new sense of dexterity that I have translates over to reality, and I'm gonna like go shooting with some orcs, some of my orc brothers and sisters.
So you have a 22 now, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So they are very good at finding the game, and then you're very good at shooting the game. So it works out really well.
She'll do some trick shots, like bounce off a tree trunk and off a rock and around a corner and into the other side of the game.
Kath,
Dave.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Kath will get into arm wrestling and drinking contests with her orc brethren.
Wait, the goat is in the drinking contest? I like this.
That's how we know it's Kath's goat. Sorry.
No, like, okay, so they sang some songs and things to us like when we first got here. Can I teach them some of the stories of the Umbi Way in exchange? Like,
yeah, you can do a cultural exchange with them.
yes.
Especially the kids. The kids especially like the stories.
Excellent.
And like during the day, like socially, there isn't a lot of people to interact with, except for the children or the elderly, because everyone else is like doing stuff for the survival of the tribe, whether it's chopping wood, gathering wild vegetables and berries, or hunting or tending goats.
I will help with all hunting, knot tying, basket weaving, and other complicated handy tasks.
Like you might even be grossed out a little when you figure out what the thatching of their huts is made out of.
Kath will help with the wood chopping because she's not so good with a crossbow, but she can swing things. So an axe should be no issue.
She's cutting down trees with pig pen.
Yeah. Crushing down trees.
Just melting their trunks.
So, that essentially that goes on for as long as you guys want it to go on, and then you can head back to Gryphongaffe or to wherever you're going to go.
Well,
Did we get any info
about elementals and hags?
We came here for a reason, didn't we?
Yeah.
You quickly realize that they are far more spiritual than religious or wizardly.
Good.
Oh well, at least we have Teresa.
It's okay. Kenna got really distracted, so she totally forgot to ask. So I'm glad you guys remembered.
Like,
weren't we going to try the Grove again too? Like one last time? I can't remember.
The Grove?
Any excuse to go there, honestly.
The Grove is where the halflings and the pixies are, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pixies.
The forest guardian.
Okay.
And the pixies. I like the forest guardian. He's my favorite.
Yeah, when you try to get in conversations with Wimmy Mom about elementals and you try to explain like why you want to know, he keeps getting sidetracked on the bathhouse and people living in your column.
These hot brass ladies.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And he talks more about communing with spirits than anything else.
Speaking of communing with spirits, at some point when we get back to town, I want to go to, I guess, the Church of the Light. I want to try and get a better sense of what Eleven actually might want me to do, because I'm always sort of assuming, but I don't really know. Other than like do good and or elfy stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Careful what you ask for.
I got no clue. I thought Eleven was a lady until you told me that it's a him recently.
I learned that myself recently.
Oh, I love you guys.
Is Eleven a guy?
He can be.
I mean, as guy as elves ever get.
He's a deity. He can be whatever he wants to be.
Really? I mean, like, how much do gods really have genders in the first place?
Yep. Well, at least I know how to pronounce his name now.
All of our
11
are gender neutral.
It's kind of a matter of interpretation, Kath. That's what Father Froyer said.
Okay.
He's a very wise guy.
And or girl?
No, Father Froyer.
Father Froyer. No, he's done.
Well, I haven't checked Father Froyer. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Oh.
But it's Father Froyer, so yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe. So, what are you guys doing now?
I guess
I'm ready to go home when you guys are.
Let's go back and find out if the town is engulfed in a snowstorm from a runaway sled.
Oh yeah. Also, sidebar before we leave, just as a quick note, I'll take down any misses that want brought back to Alora so that we can tell her what they had to say.
Okay.
Oh, and let's leave a message in case Agnetha ends up here after we leave, after her errand with the Yetis, just so she knows which way we're headed.
Ooh, and I'm going to summon Arun before we head back, so he has the journey to adjust, and I'm not summoning him back, and he feels like we finished the whole adventure without him and picked up these goats. Like he got replaced. So I'm gonna work on smoothing that over on the trip home.
Better ungulate than never.
So when you go to summon a rune, you feel something different and strange in your spell, and you feel like you could navigate and direct it if you wanted to, and you feel like you could actually imbue this goat with the spirit of a rune.
So Rune could be a goat now instead? Or be possessing a goat?
Is that right?
Essentially, yes. You could merge a rune with the goat, making the goat your steed.
So Kath is casting this spell, and if you guys are paying attention, there's a look of confusion that comes over her face, and then kind of surprise, and then thoughtfulness, and then evil grin as she summons a rune separately anyways, because she wants to see the sibling rivalry because she'll find it entertaining. I don't know, buddy. I got made part of a tribe. I had to accept her. It was a thing. There was nothing I could do. It would have been rude. Oh yeah.
But Arun, you notice she hasn't decorated the goat.
It's true. She has not decorated the goat. The goats seem mildly interested in Arun, and then they just kind of like flock around him like they would with any other part of the herd. I don't know how Arun feels about that, but
he preens a little bit because I'm assuming who's bigger?
That's a good question.
It's an important question.
It is an important because Arun is a decent sized creature. And let's see. He is large, and giant goats are probably also large. So I feel like he's kind of like longer, but they're a little taller.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Is what I would think. He's definitely like heavier.
Okay. He preens a little bit under the intention because they of course are admiring him because he is the most marvelous of beasts.
He's got that extra special something, seeing as how he's like celestial.
Yes.
Yeah, so Arun is much, much stockier than the goats. They just happen to be a bit taller and longer limbed.
Okay.
He's also statistically much superior to a goat.
Arun forms his own adventuring party with the goats.
Okay,
becomes their leader.
We got to do that as a one shot sometime. Then it's like Arun and the goats.
It's like a goat version of Honey Heist.
Yes,
Please.
That could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing. So you guys find yourself back in Gryphongaffe. You take the week's journey. Circumvent a couple dangers along the way, but for the most part, you have no issue getting back to town.
On the way back to town, Deneen takes out her special disguise comb, the magical comb, and starts like re-dyeing her goat to like match her sash. So it's like this beautiful teal blue, and she like tries different colors on the goat just for fun.
I think that does get a Rock's goat a little bit, or a Rune's goat a little bit.
Oh, well, it's true. Arun hasn't seen this before. Arun, do you want to be a different color, buddy?
What do you think, Jean? You think you would get a little jealous if she's prettying up the goats?
I can make you the same color as Calf. You could be purple.
I am not
blue?
purple.
Blue? Are you blue? I thought you were. I can't remember.
I am blue.
Okay.
And I have red hair.
Okay. One
Do
of those
you not
colors.
see this? I picture her at you.
You could be the same color as Kath, or be whatever other color you want, buddy. What do you think?
You probably think that she's purple because she's always bruised from tripping.
Oh,
her tail's always beat up from getting slammed in doors.
Poor Kath.
So Kath tilts her head in his direction and kind of nods. And no, buddy, I don't think that's yes, she knows that. Yep, they're very aware. No, they still love you best. Yet, no, I know the goats smell bad. And there's just like this ongoing exchange of this.
And
then finally she turns to you and says, he would like some purple and green streaks that get put into his braids.
Okay, I gotta so I go over to start working on that, and I say, Arun, buddy, these goats are just animals. You're our friend. And she's putting the stripes on.
He definitely gives like a knowing harumph at that. And the goats don't seem to care.
Yeah. Yes, you're a very valuable member of the party.
I just envision Arun having these conversations with the other paladin steeds, when they go wherever paladin steeds go, explaining how important he is in his role as party leader.
Right. As they're grazing in the blessed fields of Elysium.
Yeah. These ladies, they get up to so much trouble. I don't know how they survive when I'm not around.
How would he feel about some wildflowers like braided into his mane? Does he like flowers?
Oh, he would dig it.
Okay.
Arun loves anything that makes him extra.
You can eat one, wear one. Eat one, wear one.
That's great.
It's like a candy necklace, but flowers.
And this is another thing he tells the other Celeste. She's like, they basically bedeck me as their mascot. It's almost like I'm a god that they love.
So all that has transpired. What do you guys do once you get back to town?
Immediately go find Hannah. She's gonna be so excited.
She is excited because when you produce this baby goat that is almost the size of Monty.
A goat nugget.
Yeah.
Oh, she could name it Nugget.
Oh.
So what does Hannah's baby goat look like?
Like it's mostly black with like some white patches.
She's kind of fond. She's fond of the name Patches.
Oh yes, I love it.
And she has got it in an Elmira death hug right now, hanging from its neck.
She's a halfling and she can't squeeze very tight.
I will love him and hug him and call him Patches.
Yes, her little halfling dirty feet are dangling.
Oh, I melt.
And the goat has a look of mild distress on his face.
It's all right. She'll get older. She'll grow into you.
Well, one that any pet owner with small children is familiar with.
The eyes are bugged out a little bit.
Looking on to the adult, like, what is happening? Why are you not doing something? So you're leaving the goat with Hannah to take care of?
Yeah, she's Okay, but I will let like Lalamage and some of the other grown-ups know like she has a goat now, make sure she's feeding it and stuff because she's pretty young, but I think she's responsible enough to handle this.
So from now on, you pretty much never see Hannah without a rope and around the goat's neck with the goat. So she's constantly it's a constant companion.
On the upside, it's a goat, so it'll eat pretty much anything.
And does. There's definitely a montage of Patches and Hannah. And Hannah constantly, you can't eat this, you can't eat that.
Patches ears deep in Lala Midge's stash. Like
You guys,
the back garden,
You are so lucky that there's no more evil flower left because Kath would have experimented.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No toying with infernal powers, devil woman.
So there's definitely part of the montage where Troll is admonishing Patches for eating his stash.
Oh. And then it's like the fainting goats on YouTube.
Yeah. And arguing with him like it's a person and it understands. So that happens outside of your Vardo. Your cracked flower pot is there.
The evil flower.
The evil flower, yes.
I happen to have prepared purify food and drink for the precious flower.
I'm a little bit iffy about this, but if the cracked pot came back to me, I'm gonna keep it.
That is so kinda.
I'm gonna try and clean it.
The tainted flower back in the pot and just keep using it for containment because it's not leaving.
I'm gonna like
it.
Yeah, this needs definitely like as much as Deneen can pour into it. It needs like purify food and drink. It needs protection from evil and good. And then she's out of spell slots for the day, but she's determined to do it some more if necessary.
Okay.
You go ahead and try it if you want to.
She's filled with paranoia now. Do you really have to keep this thing? Can't we like bury it at a crossroads at midnight and get rid of it?
That almost sounds like some kind of devil ritual anyway.
I don't know.
I make it worse. I don't know. I mean, like one of my cousins had a spirit board once that this kept happening with, and eventually we just kind of had to find a place for it and keep putting it there. So maybe it's like that.
Well, I'm going to the Church of the Light anyway. Can't I just like bring it with me and make them deal with it?
You don't want to burst into flames when you walk in. I think it's fine where it is.
Would that happen?
Probably not. You're a cleric.
Yeah, but Kath's holy and she doesn't mind if she bursts into flames. You take it. You take it, Kath.
Kath will take it. I think I'm good. I mean, I'm sort of kind of infernal a little bit, and I'm also like a paladin, so sure. I'm probably the safest.
Let's foist it off on Father Frolier.
I didn't feel any.
I'm not gonna do that to him.
Well,
it's my responsibility. It's all right.
Well, I already blew it once, Ken. I don't want to do that again. That guy was scary.
I wonder if he sent me this. Huh. Kenna doesn't have enough sense to be afraid.
Maybe we should bury it like a time capsule.
It's just okay. You know what? Let's do that. If it comes back in, we'll just leave it where it is.
Somewhere in Gryphongaffe, we'll bury it.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea. What if an evil tree grows?
Well, then we'll get hired to take care of it. So business.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but it could eat somebody meanwhile. How else will they find out that it's evil?
I'm pretty fond of the people that live here, so maybe let's not do that.
This is where I keep my stuff.
Oh, I know. We could take it to the Grove Guardian and
recorrupt him. No.
Yeah. Oh,
no.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like I said, any excuse to go talk to that guy.
Can't we just throw it at the hags?
What if it makes them stronger? They're evil. It's evil. What if it like amplifies their evil?
Is that how it works?
Okay, here's
know.
a suggestion. How about we wait until Agnetha catches up with us, and then we can let her decide what to do with the pot, and until then I'll just stick it on my counter. But whatever she says goes.
Okay, but I want to make it a little safer. And so Deneen takes the manacles and wraps it around the pot and latches them shut around the handle of the lid so that it's a manacled shut.
Okay.
That was pretty reasonable.
You guys are no fun. And Kath casts both Dispel Magic and Remove Curse.
Didn't you just dispel all my magic I just dumped into this thing?
Probably, yes. Their first little spells.
Okay, now watch this thing not even have anything wrong with it at all, and somebody just found it in the trash and was like, "Oh, this is Kenna's. I'd better give it back to her."
But I did remove curse too. So I mean,
Okay.
there's got to be like nothing left on this.
Okay.
And does my detect evil and good? No, that's only for creatures.
Well, is the flower gone? Is this just the container at this point?
It was just the container.
Okay, but still, I'm suspicious.
I'm sure it's fine. So what had Deneen cast on it?
She casts purify food and drink, even though there's no food in it anymore.
Well,
There might be a residue, is her rationale. And then she cast protection from evil and good.
Oh, because I didn't catch the protection from evil and good because
Which doesn't have any effect whatsoever because it only affects creatures. But Deneen casts it anyway out of desperation. So it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
That's all she can think of.
So Kath does her thing, and she was like, I think the paladin magics here will take care of this, and I am confident that nothing is wrong with this flower pot anymore, and it's just a piece of cracked pottery, and we don't need to worry about it anymore.
Well, you do know more about this holy stuff than I do.
Yes, I'm very wise.
I believe you. I mean, like, Ken is honestly not worried about it. She's just chipperly going about her day.
Okay. And speaking of going about their day, so Deneen's going to go visit her family, hit up the Church of the Light.
Okay, so you guys do that, and once the word gets out that you guys are back in town, Jarissa and Vance come looking for the party, for the lot of you.
Is the column still standing?
The column is still standing.
Okay. Just checking.
And, basically, Vance has like an armload of old scrolls with him.
Ooh, this is promising.
So, I guess they basically take you guys to like one of the cafes to sit down and talk and have lunch or whatever.
Ooh.
And discuss what they found because they had been researching the information that you guys had in the ritual. So one of the things is, a talisman has to be crafted, and it needs to be crafted out of mundane things that you guys will have no problems getting. Matter of fact, they've already gathered it together.
Okay.
And even though he knew he probably shouldn't have, Vance actually went to the edge of the swamp where the hags are and brought back some of the swamp water.
That's very adventurous of you, Vance. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to help. And I know you said no adventuring, but I figured this would be safe and didn't have to go far, and I just got it and I came
There
back.
are you on tea in that swamp, so
Oh.
yeah. We'll go with you next time.
Oh, I don't have to go back. I have enough. We just have to lightly douse the talisman every new moon for the next 12 moons
Oh.
A year?
to make it ready.
Well, at least you're safe.
Okay, so I guess we're not confronting them anytime soon.
I cast Zone of Truth.
He thinks he's telling the truth. Seems like the truth.
Okay.
So this is info that they got from their research.
Yes.
So it's going to take a whole year before we can confront them?
Yes.
They have long memories and long plans, and it's not like we're going anywhere.
You're talking about creatures that have been there for a minimum of hundreds of years, probably.
Mm.
That sounds about right. Pretty in tune with what was going on in the book.
But Kath is suspicious?
No, a year is a long time.
So unless you guys have like actual immediate plans, we're gonna actually fast forward a year.
Ooh.
And you guys can do stuff in that time.
Oh.
And
Okay.
you know, you'll be working on the ritual. You know, it's something that has to be done like once a month anyway. The bathhouse stuff will be going on, whatever you guys want to do with that. And anything else you guys want to do in town, you can do, or outside of town as well. And then when we resume next week, you know, a year have gone by, and one of the things that happens in that year, the town actually falls under siege from orcs, different orcs, under the banner of the Blood Lord, a demon lord.
More blood cultists.
More blood cultists. And the siege gets broken after about 2 weeks. So you guys can decide what part you took in that as well. And you guys can also level up.
Yes.
Ooh.
As well. So something for you guys to think about for the next week. And
this is so exciting.
If you guys going to take some agency and talk about, you know, during the session, you know, some of the things you might have gotten up to, and just hit me up during the week to let me know.
Wow.
Cool.
So with that, that's where we're going to wrap for tonight. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you guys for playing with me as always. And until next time, guys, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.